Ya llegaron de la sierra.
Today's demonstration of solidarity with Cuba was called by the O'Donnell Socialist Republican Forum. It was organised, this particular demonstration in Dublin was organised by the Communist Party of Ireland as part of its contribution to the Day of Action. Today, protests and solidarity action will be taking place in Newry, Coal Island, Dungannon, Enniskillen, Derry, Donegal, County Down, Cork, Clare and Galway. So there's a number of, across the other parts of the country, solidarity actions will be taking place by ordinary people that show solidarity with the Cuban Revolution and the Cuban people on the anniversary of the 26th anniversary of the anniversary of the 26th of July uprising against the Batista regime. So this is part of our contribution of solidarity to the Cuban people at this time.
This demonstration is about the unblocking and looking for the unblocking of Cuba and the Americans to lift their embargo against what they're doing. And this is went forward the United Nations, and then that forward the United Nations. The 148 countries voted for the lifting embargo, and only 2 countries supported staying. That was the America and the Israelis. It's a damn disgrace that 148 countries are just ignored, and Biden and his colleagues just keep going and upset the nation that should be allowed freedom to live their own lives.
Las calles aclamados, su ideal, su fe que más pudo, todos gritan, han triunfado, que viva Fidel, viva los barbudos.
We're standing here on Halfpenny Bridge in Dublin city centre to show our solidarity to the Cuban people and to the Cuban embassy against the harsh and illegal blockade of the Americans who have blockaded Cuba for the last 60 years, which has caused untold damage and turmoil in the land of Cuba. We stand here resolutely in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Cuba, and long live the revolution, long live Cuba.
Paul Scannell here from 1916 Societies. We're here today supporting the protests against the blockade of Cuba by American imperialists. It's gone on for decades now. There's only 2 countries in the world that are supporting it, the Americans and the Israelis. 148 countries voted to end the blockade. So here today we're calling for the end of the blockade of Cuba.
This is about supporting the Cuban people who have been experiencing a denial of their human rights by the US, who have had a blockade on their country for decades now, which has made getting essential goods like currently syringes, which are so needed for dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. And we want to support the Cuban people and the Cuban revolution and say that this blockade needs to end, and that the human rights of Cuban people need to be protected and supported by the international community, and countries like Ireland and the people of Ireland stand with the Cuban people.
Hello Mr. Ambassador, would you like to tell us what this is about and why we're here?
Well, really, I want to thank all comrades who are present as a demonstration of solidarity with Cuba, and demonstration also against the economic blockade against Cuba, who is the real violation, massive and flagrant, of all human rights for the Cuban populations. It's a demonstration also against the propaganda campaign that is being developed in the last week against the Cuban people.
Ya llegaron de la sierra, porque los mandó Fidel, libertaron nuestras tierras y nos dieron la paz al volver. Por las calles aclamados, su ideal, su fe que más pudo, todos gritan, han triunfado, que viva Fidel, vivan los barbudos. Que viva Fidel, vivan los barbudos, viva Cuba libre, viva el 26. Que viva Fidel, vivan los barbudos, viva Cuba libre.